Got a video here of parts cleaner that's on a budget. If maybe you don't have room for one, or maybe you just don't need one all the time. This is just degreaser from Harbor Freight stuff. It's actually pretty good. And they're just 3 red tubs. This one's just sitting on this one to drain into this. And that's a filter there. And here's I think this is the smallest, just the smallest pump you can get from Harbor Freight, which does a nice job. I have it sitting inside of a plastic enclosure to keep the water on top running in there. So, you know, most of the dirt will fall down. A lot of it gets trapped in this filter. But over here, it just runs out. Still have to brush them off and stuff like that. If there's metal parts or something, you can wash them off in a bucket first and then bring it over here. So the filter is just, so it locks onto the bottom down there and it's got some holes. And up here it's just a green scrub brush. Works pretty good. And over here is just some mesh to help hold it in place. Maybe even 2 layers there, I'm not sure, but have to get it in the water right, and it doesn't overflow. It drains onto the filter and comes out the bottom, so everything comes out there, and it doesn't get trapped up in the pump, with the pump being in here. So, like I said, a little makeshift parts cleaner. It works pretty good. I know some people like to have one, and you know, a regular, even like one of those $100 parts cleaners. Not just Harbor Freight, there's some other good ones out there too. But, you know, maybe you don't have room for it, but this works out pretty good. After I'm done, I can clean these out and just stack them back up and put them away somewhere. I've used it once already. We cleaned some parts for a motorcycle on my son's motorcycle. So it does work pretty well. So I'm going to use it again. And I actually found that if you just put some hot water in, if you use something like this, put some hot water in with the degreaser, that really makes a difference too. Another handy thing about the tubs is a little tray down here to put brushes and tools and things like that. And I think that's just water from where I cleaned it out to reuse it. I zip tied it on the edge here with this part over this other side in 3 places. And then I had to tie the motor cable down in there and tied it right here. This has to stay down in, and there's maybe 3 inches of water in there, I guess. So I didn't mention that it's just small parts cleaner. Kind of limited, but you can't put a whole. Actually, you can put a small motor in here, like an 85 motor fit in here, 150 motor, weed eater, whatever, things like that will fit in there just fine. Thought about also just cutting this down all the way across on this one, since it don't get full anyway. It drains down in there, keeps a steady flow. And it actually, well, it's kind of overflowing now a little bit, but not much. Alright, well, here's the parts cleaner on a budget.